And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and after a couple of internet disconnections the last couple of days, I thought I'd try to resume streaming if possible. If you like what you see at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. It's a small thing from each of you, but it helps the channels out tremendously. Thank you in advance. And with that, let us continue, but let's in the world of Steen's memories, the town was completely submerged, given their dire circumstances. I expect the people considered stripping the castle for materials to rebuild. Okay, I had read all of this the last time. So, if my understanding of the MSQ is right, we are about to unlock the dungeon, though we may still have a little bit to go. So let us... Is it soon? The castle was once my home. I shall do my utmost to be of use on this mission. Alex determines how many will become endless, but leaves the choice of who in the hands of the people. Is this his idea of fairness, or does he simply not care? Perhaps he considers all to be worthy of salvation. Oh, but it's too early for such speculation. Yeah, unfortunately, in the last part, I wasn't able to pay as much attention to the cutscene due to an interruption where I was able to mute my microphone during which, but that meant I didn't get much of a chance to see the cutscene. Going back into the unending journey, I definitely was getting L vibes from Calyx. I don't know if you noticed that. Let me know in the comments. Now, descend to the Foundation. Shale is eager to get on with it. As am I. I want to get on with MSQ. Right. I believe I have plotted a viable route to the Foundation sector. As we don't have much information on the area, I'll come along and gather geographic data on site. You can leave the navigating to me. I'll stay behind this time, but let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Well, you are the king, so you should have you have control over the army, but as there's no Queen of Reason, theoretically you have control over structures? You have absolute authority, which, given the fact that I just ran Interfos on trial roulette before starting this part, that's a little ironic. Still, kind to offer. Oblivion is fortunate to have a capable adapter like you, Gulolsha, and no matter what the future holds, your knowledge of Electrope is bound to serve you well. With such dependable support here, we may embark on our mission. Come, let us head to the lift in the government sector. So that explains in some of the promotional segments for Dawn Trail, when they would the one where they teased Solution 9, they had that, the last bit was the zoom in on the elevators, which we then never touched upon in MSQ. Nice to have that tie-in. Any dialogue? Be safe out there, okay? Geralt, any words of wisdom? Hey, this is, yeah, that's his standard dialogue. Okay, though it was but a distance, I remember the site of Alexandria's castle in the virtual domain. But from a distance, I remember the site of Alexandria's castle in the virtual domain. I wonder how it looks now compared to then. From here, we head to the very bottom of Everkeep. I can't help but feel nervous returning there after so long. Calyx has all but invited us, so we must assume that we are expected. Oblivion's gotten us permission to use the lift. It's nice when things can move quickly. Everything has been arranged for your passage to the Foundation sector. Good to know. There's no direct lift to the Foundation sector, so we'll have to transfer to another on the way. If we take the wrong lift, we'll end up in the wrong sector, so be sure to follow her instructions. Uh-oh. Oh man, what if we take the wrong left? According to Tishalja's records, the tower is divided into inner and outer sectors, outer sections below orogenics. The castle is at the very heart of the inner section. So upon arriving at the Foundation sector, we need to make our way inwards. Yeah, thank you, Kryl, for stating the obvious. Myrokos, take this communicator with you. Communicator? Is this Alexandria's version of a link pearl? I suppose it makes sense. It's been modified to track your coordinates, so I'll be guiding you as I collect data. Sounds like we're all set. Let's get going. Okay, since I'm not sure how I feel about doing this, never having done this one before, I don't feel comfortable about doing a blind run in duty support, so let's see how the queues are for Duty Finder. Hello, Autumn. You just want to cuddle? Dungeon Extreme Mode. Play MMO while having cat on your lap. Speaking of which, it's a mini guide. There we go. Regiro is out. Okay, here we go. Interesting. Where's our... Oh. For a second there I thought Kyle had joined us and somebody's RPing as Kyle.
Gotten in and made themselves at home.
Huh. I hate it when they run off like this. It really is an awkward feeling playing the game with your cat on your lap.
There should be an access hatch nearby that leads inside. Look for an opening.
Huh. Okay. Well, thank you for the cuddle, Autumn. Dang it, I missed my... Oh well. I went to the trouble of getting flared up the high flare. The air flare star. Huh.
I'm detecting something big. You'll have to deal with it to continue on.
Whoa. Oh crap. Whoa! That was technically avoidable had I gone right, but... Oh! Thank goodness I'm doing this in Duty Finder. That probably would have been a wipe. And there it is. I really am surprised they left it intact as much as they did.
Was apparently a constant battle against the rising water level. Even during the war, the people labored to maintain the castle. It meant a lot to them. It's upsetting to think that Preservation's terminal is in this place.
Hold on. Someone's jammed communication. Step alert.
Dang it.
So, you have come. Let us measure your strength.
Okay, L. Yeah, Calyx is L. He's gotta be. He's an L type character. Yeah, what the heck? I literally had no idea have no idea how that works. Okay. Thank goodness I saw that mechanic in the level 100 dungeon. This is also a level 100 dungeon, but you get my point.
That was hardly a challenge, I see. You will show me more. I bid you press on.
Okay. That gives me a piece. Not that I think I need it. Okay. Bygone Terror Night. I had a feeling Alexandria was a little dirtier than...
You are in trouble thus far, but I have something that may test you yet.
Hopefully they remember I'm in a cutscene.
This machine has long guarded these crumbling halls.
What is it with people and pulling things too early?
How will you handle this? We still lack sufficient data. Very well. Let us see how you perform against this. Let us introduce more weaponry.
Ugh. Okay, so that's
Let
a...
us see what this yields. Perhaps a new approach to assess your adaptability.
Ugh. What the heck? Over here.
Still alive. How unfortunate. For you to die here, it would save me trouble later.
I can't even...
I'm beginning to understand how you were able to defeat Queen Eternal.
Oh, no, no. Ugh. I don't even know where to stand with that one. Okay.
That will do. We have enough to proceed with an analysis.
It would have been nice if the tank didn't pull early, but it is what it is. Yeah, I think I actually forgot to speak with the other NPCs after unlocking the dungeon. Where are you hiding, Calyx? Jonesy shouldn't be far behind. Is there anything? Yeah, no. I'm in Tombstone gear. Okay, I got that from the trial. So the trap is sprung as expected. Just had to step away and close the door.
Alex was measuring our strength. Is that why he contrived to lead us here?
It looks like we've cleared away the machines and beasts. But who knows what else he might have in store. From here on out, Sveen and Shale will move with us. Let's find that terminal, and stay alert for more threats.
Before my illness left me bedridden, I used to walk through here on my way to watch Otis and Zelenia train. You knew Otis, if I'm not mistaken. Zelenia was his second in command in the Royal Knights of Alexandria. Oh, how I loved to see the two of them spar. I once dreamed of fighting by their side, so I studied the magical arts under my tutor. But when I was 15, the storm surge broke out, and both my father and mother passed away. As the new queen, I was forbidden from taking to the battlefield, for our nation would fracture had I died without a successor. Though in the end I could barely move, I regret that I didn't go out there and fight. At least while I still could. My endless self lamented not being able to protect the realm with benevolence. 'Tis a feeling to which I can relate.
Sphene.
Ah, forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to darken the mood. Come, let us press on.
This is one big castle, though. How far does this hallway go? Do you know, Sphene?
Hmm.
What?
And where am I? Autumn, what's the matter?
What happened?
Autumn's wanting attention.
Oh, it seems our guest brought company. So this was your doing? It was. We installed a teleporter that is triggered by the presence of the key, you see? Ah, I'm afraid etheric transmissions cannot penetrate the walls of the throne room. It will take your friends a good while to find you.
I confess the Valia Pira did not suffice to assess your capabilities. So I shall try something else.
He's actually got an iPad or something like that.
You are free to use anything at your disposal. The better you fight, the more accurate my data. Attaining a precise measure of your strength, that is the most expeditious way to reclaim the key to which you so stubbornly cling.
Ah, noble Zelenia, dashing as ever. These villains mean to do us harm. Strike them down, I bid you.
What?
What? This machine is Zelenia! Indeed it is. We couldn't preserve her memories while she lived, so she has been reconstructed from our recollections of her. The endless me being created in answer to the earnest desires of Alexandrians. That I can accept. But to twist the memories of those I held dear and treat them as playthings. This disgrace I cannot abide! Loath though I am to comply with their demands, this monstrosity must be destroyed. Not least of all for Zelenia's honor. If she was indeed created from my memories, even if I cannot fight, I may be able to offer you counsel. So please, lend me your strength and end this farce.
There it is.
But that's not what you're after. You're after a different crystal. Could Calyx be a member of the Convocation? We all thought that Sphene was the member of the Convocation. Could Calyx be an Ascian? Huh. I'm now thinking Calyx could be an Ascian. And his interest in propelling humanity's evolution, while not being the domain of the architect of the and the person in charge of construction, that I think was passed on, whichever one was in charge of fauna. I'd have to go look it up again. Hello, Autumn. You want to make the trial difficult by being on my lap? It has to start first. Out of curiosity, what is the item level? 725. That's actually better. Can I? There we go. That was the only piece of gear I got? At least for caster? Well, something's better than nothing. Well, here we go.
I am Zelenia Triantaphili, Royal Knight of Alexandria, and sworn blade of Her Majesty the Queen. Upon my blade I swear, no harm shall come to Her Highness.
You will not defile Zelenia's memory any longer.
Feel the sting of my divine blade!
I know this technique. You must keep moving.
Have at you! Fall!
Alright.
That her blade work should be recreated so faithfully.
I will suffer none to threaten Alexandria! Heavens roar! Fall!
Have care. Zelenia was capable of much, much more.
I will show you the soul of a royal knight!
Well, so much for short cast there, but okay.
For the honor and glory of Alexandria, I strike! No more games!
Quickly, away from the sigils! The sigils channel magic. Be on your guard.
What the?
You've no time even to fear my wrath!
Did I get hit by something? Okay. Don't stand on red.
You must brace for blade and magic both.
Have at you!
What the? And now the healers are done.
Taste my steel! Upon my blade, I swear, no harm shall come to her.
Okay, so,
You will not defile Zelenia's memory any longer.
alright. This is the one where we go in.
Feel the sting of my divine blade!
escape me. You must keep moving.
Have at you! Fall!
That her blade work should be recreated so faithfully.
I will suffer none to threaten Alexandria! Heavens roar! Fall!
Have care. Zelenia was capable of much, much more.
I will show you the soul of a royal knight!
Okay.
For the honor and glory of Alexandria, I strike! No more games!
Quickly! Away from the sigils! The sigils channel magic! Be on your guard!
You've no time even to fear my wrath!
You must brace for blade and magic both.
Have at you!
Oh. Well, that was better than last time.
Taste my steel! There is no escape! Surge! Have at you!
Okay.
Fall!
Oh,
I know this is merely a reconstruction,
dang it.
and yet
So close.
I have pledged my life to the kingdom. Have at you!
Oh! Dang it.
My resolve shall never waver. I am sworn to protect my queen! I will die before I yield!
That's right. Zelenia was always there to protect me.
My steel! Rage and royal!
Oh. Why is it always just over the line? Well,
A disgraceful display. Forgive me, my queen. I have failed you.
no dialogue. Well, that's understandable. One commendation. Thank you.
Did you get what you needed?
I did. Though these figures will complicate matters.
Is that so? Well, if we are done here, then I shall end the transmission. Hold it! If you have no scruples about thus defiling the memories of Zelenia, then there is no way we will ever see eye to eye. You are not fit to be entrusted with the cherished memories of Alexandrians.
I, for one, have no wish to employ the fruits of my research in this manner. It is a waste of time and effort. But since I relinquished my flesh long ago, I must resort to every conceivable method, so long as the hero insists on keeping the key. Why do you so oppose our objective? With the key, we would be able to harvest ether from other reflections and bring forth more endless. We could give this chance to evolve not only to the people of the Ninth, but to those of the Source as well. I see no reason why you should reject such a boon.
He's got to be a member of the Convocation. We won't let you lay a finger on the reflections. You are aware of the connection between the worlds? I am curious about that, but I'm pretty certain that he's...
Oh, don't tell me you thought you were the only ones who knew. That is the height of hubris. Well, I'd say our conversation has run its course. Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it. And thus does my role come to an end. The rest I leave in your capable hands, Calyx.
As a token of gratitude for consenting to my tests, I leave you with a gift. Be sure to take it with you.
So it is an iPad, but it's got either the Alexandrian symbol or preservation symbol on the back. Why does that look like the Meso terminal? Okay. Before I do the turn-in, I want to explore a bit because I can't go very far, but... Yeah, this is like a reconstruction of the Mesotunnel, though it appears to have taken some damage here. I guess that explains how Endless Fiend was able to appear both in Solution 9 and in Living Memory, and we only turned off the one in Living Memory. Interesting. Zelenia was kind, but she could be stern, a pillar of strength when I ascended the throne in troubled times. Not only did she protect me, but she also buoyed my spirit whenever it threatened to buckle under the pressures of my station. By preserving her memory and honor, you've done more for me than you could know. Thank you, Myrokos. You're welcome. You now intend to keep in trust, dungeons. Okay, shared paths. Fiend stands in silence.
Zelenia, it pains me to think that you're gone too.
Aha! Oh, we found you at last.
You had us quite worried when you suddenly disappeared. What in the world happened?
Then Preservation's objective is indeed what Calyx claimed. But for them to know about the Source and the Shards, and to refer to theirs as the Ninth, that raises some questions.
Indeed. But for now, I'm just glad the two of you are safe. Oh, right. While we were scouring the castle for you, we came upon a room that looked like a library.
By learning about the Alexandria of old, we may gain valuable insights into preservation. Might we take a number of books with us?
So books still remain. Of course. You are welcome to any that may be of use.
If you don't mind, could we take a look around here first? I'm especially curious about the area over by the throne.
This tiara. It was hers. The Endless Fiend's. What's it doing here?
It's a type of regulator, I believe. It contains the data of the Endless Fiend's memories. Calyx likely used it to create the simulant. Which means that as long as the tiara is in our keeping, we shouldn't need to deal with any more simulants.
Though he gave it to us
Seems that he
willingly.
would abandon it, though. Perhaps because the simulant already played her role, like she said. Or Calyx made a copy of the memories.
The latter's probably more likely.
In any case, not much information of import appears to remain on this terminal. But I'll make it so we can access it remotely from the back room.
This contains the memories of another me. The tale of her journey as Queen of Alexandria. Might I hold on to this tiara? You may examine it whenever you wish, of course.
It would be for the best, I think. Does that work for you, Shale?
No objections from me. All right, I'm finished. Let's head to the library, and then back outside.
Farewell, Selenia.
Good use of the Bygone Memories music from Living Memory here. This is how you use music to recall back instead of completely. That's much better than the smile for the train montage. Based on the geographic data I gathered, it seems the intersection containing the castle served as a residential area during the early stages of Everkeep's construction. The outer section was then added when they expanded the structure into its present-day shape. I expect the system to dry the earth was installed so that they could build a stable foundation on submerged land. The interference made it impossible to locate you and prevented link pearl transmissions besides. Apologies that we could not be there for the critical moment, but as usual, you found a way to handle matters. Calyx has to be either in league with one of the Ascians or one of the other Ascian members of the Convocation themselves. Which could make sense. We don't know who was assigned to the 9th. Calyx seems to consider the reflections naught but fields to be harvested for his endless. I do not make a habit of dismissing the assertions of others out of hand, but I cannot abide such callous disregard for life. I'm glad everyone's safe. The Endless Fiend was just a projected image outside the living memory, so it was a bit of a surprise to see an actual item that belonged to her. On the way back, I asked Shale why the tiara might have been in the throne room. She believes that it was being used to record Sphyn's actions. There's no way to tell now whether or not it was with her knowledge. But it can't be used for questionable ends anymore, so we can at least take comfort in that, okay? The simulant gave the impression that she wouldn't be back, but I suppose only time will tell, and at present we have no further leads on Calyx. For now, perhaps you could take a moment to contact our friends. It would be good to catch each other up on recent developments, and I am certain everyone would appreciate hearing from you. Estella, Alphino, Alizé, and Erenville should all be somewhere within the dome. Pray do the honors in any order you like. It irks me to think we were being led on by Calyx, but I'll do my best to find clues of his passage. It irks me to find clues of his passage. Passage where? Because he already transcended his mortal coil in a way that could mean that he basically became an Ascian or is working with the Ascians if he's not a member of the Convocation. It could just mean following his trail. Still kind of odd phrasing, but okay. Most of the tomes we found were dilapidated from old age, but some are thankfully still legible. I'll take a look at the preservation terminal. Hopefully there will be something useful. Come to think of it, I have no idea what Erenville's up to. I shall take the opportunity to review the books from the castle, and one grimoire in particular. Ooh, what grimoire would that be? Who do we contact Estella? She's gonna want to know. If it isn't Myrokos, is something the matter? So, preservation is behind the recent intrigue. It doesn't surprise me. I'm glad to hear you are none the worse for your trials, though. As for myself, I've just concluded a meeting with Gosan. I told him about the cure for the Levin sickness, and we formed a tentative plan. Gosan was the one person who lamented needing to do a funeral for Endless Fiend and then got his memory wiped. I told him about the cure for Levin sickness, and we formed a tentative plan to treat all those who are stricken. I am now otherwise unoccupied, so I shall take a look at the government sector to see if aught is amiss. And if this Calyx is obsessed with the key, then I ought to begin studying it in earnest as well. Yeah, but he's... Did they mix up the keys? Because there's the key that was in... The keystone that was in the chalice, the goblet, which is a very different crystal from our crystal. Oh my goodness, did they screw up the writing again? I think someone screwed up the writing. Because the voice dialogue seemed to imply that they weren't the key to interdimensional fusion is the one that's inside the goblet. That's what allowed interdimensional fusion. Our Asm crystal that we got circuitously via Emmett Selk, basically from copy Hythlodaeus via Emmett, which he got from Emmett Selk, is a very different crystal. Okay, Alpha now. Excellent timing, my friend. I had a mind to call you myself to see how you were faring. Calyx. While something was obviously afoot, I couldn't have imagined that such an individual would be involved. As well, you were able to prevent the simulant from sowing further uncertainty. That said, her absence may have consequences. The people of Alexandria still have great trust in Sphene. 'Tis plain in the way they speak of her even now, and in how the simulant was able to win them over. When they notice she has ceased to appear again, rumor and worry will spread. We must be mindful of any pronounced shift in the mood of the populace. But forgive me, it's been battle after battle for you, hasn't it? We can handle ourselves for now, so pray rest up while you can and recover your strength. Yes, hello. Myrokos? For you to call out of the blue, is something wrong? What? You went all the way to the bottom of Everkeep and you didn't think to ask me to come? But I suppose I've been fairly busy myself. I'm pleased to say that we've received permission to begin administering the cure for love and sickness to citizens. I'm actually due to visit a boy named Milos. Milos! He's the boy that we encountered in 7.0 to see how he is responding to his treatment. You've met him before with Lamachi, I believe. The two of you should attend as well if you have time. Myrokos, this is a surprise. Has Wuklamot gotten into trouble again? No more than usual. I see. Knowing you, I expect you're already looking forward to the next obvious trap. Try not to overdo it. I'm in the outskirts at the moment. I've been helping the people with their work and talking to those I meet to gauge their sentiment. It's been uneventful for the most part, but there was one notable development. Following recent events, some here stopped wearing regulators. This has led to a disparity in what people remember about the Queen's death and the occasional episode of confusion. Oh, these two. I didn't follow up on the side quest after getting the ether current, but these two, I saw her. I was like, I remember these two from the side quest. I'll be sure to let you know if there are any other changes. I thought I heard Alice yelling. I hope everything is alright. I see you were able to reach everyone. That is well. It irks me to think that we were being led on by Calyx, but I'll do my best to find clues of his passage. I'll take a look at the preservation terminal. There's nothing new there. Being able to contact people so far away can easily can do wonders for your peace of mind. Link pearls really are convenient things. What did the others have to say, if I may ask? They finished treating Milos. Then we have to go and visit him. Would you mind if I accompanied you? I understand he's afflicted with the self-same condition as I was. I cannot help but worry for him. Of course, we don't mind at all. In the meantime, I shall take myself around Solution 9 and see how things are. I share Alphinaud's concern about the Queen's absence, and even setting that aside, the situation is not like to resolve itself while becoming endless remains an option. I had been meaning to visit some shops, so I shall join Cryle. Graha's going shopping. What are you getting, Graha? While everyone's out and about, I'll try to pick up Calyx's trail. I'll see if I can dig up some information about the key for Stola as well. Yeah, but which key? Is it the one in the chalice, or is it the one that is Azim's soul crystal? I'll help you. It seems we all have things to do. Still, there's no telling what else Calyx might have planned, so please be careful, everyone. Right, let's go to Milos's apartment. It's in residential radius 914, if I remember correctly. Calyx is more clever than anyone has any right to be, but I'll sniff him out somehow. Just leave it to me. Lamachi told me about Milos. She said he was around my age, but couldn't leave his bed. I'd like to go meet him next time. Maybe we can be friends. You never know. Well now, how good of you to come and see me again. You're always welcome at the Neon Stein. Adorable. Hey. Does the bartender have the hots for the warrior plate? Hopefully Milos isn't allergic to cat fur. I understand my endless self-visited Milos often. I will keep quiet so as not to draw suspicion. There you are. Next time something is in the offing, you had better remember to call on me. Look, my list is setting up. I'd seen the treatment before, so I knew it would work. But it's still so amazing. Alzane is still our miracle workers. I was there too. Thank you. It's so good to see you again, and it's so good to see you again, and a delight to know that you and Alice are friends. She's been very kind to us. Hello, you came before with Queen Sphene. I'm glad you came. I believe he'll be fine now, but for good measure I'll administer a healing spell.
I once hoped that Milos at least might be made an endless. Then he wouldn't need to suffer anymore.
Milos.
You feel different now? Thanks to Alize, Milos is on the road to recovery. He can grow up and live a normal life. And I want to be there with him every step of the way. To grow old with him as his mother and not something else.
That should do it. You're doing well, I'm glad to say.
Thank you, Alice.
You're welcome, Milos. Now, you'll feel breathless for a little while still, but don't fret. It'll get easier to speak with time. That said, we can't rule out the possibility of a relapse. As a precaution, I would keep him away from lightning-infused objects.
Lightning. Does that include regulators?
It does. I understand if it's difficult for you to part with something that you've worn for so long, though, so it's entirely up to you.
No. For Milos' sake, I will do it. And if the environment here isn't good for him, I must consider moving outside the dome.
You two would be more than welcome in Tulihiola.
It's very assuring to hear that. If you don't mind, could you tell me about the process?
I'm happy. I can talk again. Before, I couldn't even thank my mother for caring for me. But now we can talk lots. I can tell her that I'm happy, that I like it when she strokes my hair.
Your mother is happy to talk to you as well, I'm sure.
Queen Sphene always cheered me up. Always said that she would cure me. Today, I'll practice walking with Mother. And next time, I'll go and visit you.
Thank you for explaining everything.
We'll come again to check on you. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Please come back soon. You too, miss.
It's good to see Milos doing so well.
The Endless Me gave him the strength to hang on, and she didn't rely on any special power to do so.
She wanted her people to be happy. Even though we had to fight, her love for them was very real, and it reached Milos.
I wish to be there to watch him grow as well. To make my way beside the people of Alexandria. In the name of his evolution, Calyx has wrought much unease and misery, and I cannot condone his path. No, I shall forge ahead on a path of my own, one that honors the memory of my other self.
They treated Milos. With Angela, I couldn't help but think of Gabu and Halrak and wonder how they've been. I wish the Endless could have been here to see Milos. Seekers of Eternity. This is the statue in living memory, if I recall. Sphene is in higher spirits, seekers of eternity. Milos is a kind and brave boy, but it did me well to see him. One day I hope that I can speak with him about my other self. Come, let us return to the back room, and on the way let us pick up treats for our friends, a little gift to show our appreciation for their hard work. Cutscene.
Citizens of Alexandria, please be advised. The distribution of neo-regulators has concluded. We ask that all recipients equip their regulators and promptly complete device registration. The evolution of our kind is at hand. Together we shall rise above death and bask in the infinite possibilities of eternal life.
What is this?
Evolution? What evolution?
Those with neo-regulators will become endless, apparently.
You mean there's no more? Well, don't you feel lucky?
Don't look at me like that. Queen Sphene said there were only so many.
I haven't registered mine yet. The more I thought about it, the more unsure I felt about becoming an Endless.
Well, I registered right away. Anything to stop those terrible nightmares of being killed by mechanical soldiers.
Can we please get our accents straight?
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it. I see. The terror of their first encounter with death still lingers in their hearts. Having previously been spared even the idea of it, they know not how to handle the emotions.
funeral was meant to give everyone the chance to come to terms with loss, to grieve and move forward together. But everyone who was wearing a regulator had their memories of that moment erased. And to see those oblivious, happy souls, those who remembered must have wondered if it might not be better to be like them, to go back to a time when death didn't exist.
And now they've been presented with the chance to do just that by becoming an Endless. It's not hard to see why they would consider it.
If this fear of death continues to spread among the people, what will become of Alexandria? The gifts for our friends will have to wait. We should return to the back room at once.
Oh, you're safe. That broadcast had us worried. The entire populace is on edge.
So Alphino and the others are still out there.
We have a situation on our hands! A civilian has been killed by a mechanical soldier here on Trueview.
What?
Wayakwe is on the scene and reports that the problem unit has been subdued by another sentry.
That doesn't make sense. Only someone with the King of Resolve's authority could order a soldier to do that.
Not good. I tried to check the status of the authority but was blocked from the core system. Given recent developments, I'd wager that Calyx is responsible for this.
Perhaps we should go and see for ourselves.
It's me. There's been an incident in the outskirts. A mechanical soldier attacked a local resident, for no apparent reason. Fortunately, several nearby hunters dealt with the rogue machine, so everyone is safe. But if other soldiers were to... Wait. Is that... Oh gods. More hostile sentries are bound for the settlement. I'll try to lure them away and then lose them somehow.
So now we gotta save Aaron. Oh.
Ill tidings, I take it.
In the outskirts too?
You'll go and help Erenville, won't you? We couldn't forgive ourselves if he came to harm. I'll have Geo join you from Earth and Sky.
I'm coming too. I can't stay here while my people are in danger.
Let's go.
Gia, can you hear me? Something's happened in the outskirts. Okay, so she's literally coming. We're on the way. So this is how it is outside. These clouds, so this is how it is outside. These clouds, never mind. Finding Erenville is what matters right now. The people here took care of me, giving me food and making sure I was alright. I can't bear to imagine the soldiers hurting them. I don't see Erenville. I pray he hasn't come to harm. Things have settled down here, but I still see no sign of Erenville. Let's split up and look for him. Galulja, Sven, please search in the settlement area. Meanwhile, the rest of us who can defend ourselves will head further out. Wait, do I still have parts of the map here I haven't explored? Okay. Something to do on one of my alt jobs, so I don't waste XP. Oop. Found Aaron. Oh, that was quick. Glitched sentry, but are they really glitched? I don't think so. Thank you. Oh, thank you. It sounds like the plan was those with the Neo regulators are just killed so they automatically become endless or something like that. That was a close call, my thanks. As I was leading the soldiers away, I caught sight of this poor fellow being pursued. I went to help, but was rather out of my depth. We're lucky you found us when you did. Erenville, I'm so glad you're safe. We were quite worried when we couldn't find you. We encountered soldiers on the way here. Most paid us no mind, but some turned out to be hostile. There's no way to tell until they set on you. The ones here also attacked without any warning. If I hadn't been paying attention, it could have ended badly. Hopefully the others were able to escape. We should return to the outskirts and take stock. I didn't expect to see you again so soon. Allow me to thank you again for your earlier help. We responded to Shale's call as quickly as we could. Others are out keeping an eye on soldiers nearby. Thank you, Myrokos, for protecting everyone. But you shouldn't have to. None of this would have happened if I could control the soldiers. No one thought that Galulja might have been behind the attacks. They know that he would never make the soldiers do them harm. Even so, he feels responsible for the machine's actions. It is a misplaced burden, and I pray it drives him not to despair. Given the trial and the theme of despair from the last decade. Hopefully we don't spend another decade of this game. It's worth of this game. Granted, I only started playing a couple years ago, but hopefully the next 10 years of FF14 isn't themed around death. I don't think most of us can handle that. The situation here appears to have been resolved, but I doubt we've seen the last of such incidents. I didn't expect to see Malachite out here, given his own trauma. I wonder if he'll be alright.
Right. We're none the worse for the wear. But let's see what the situation is here.
Geode and his people came and joined us while we were searching for you. After which we happened to encounter Malachite. His usher duties brought him here, and he has quite the story to tell.
It's a bit puzzling, to say the least. Even so, I'll try my best to explain. I was called to attend to the unfortunate soul slain by the mechanical soldier. Yet, when I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
How odd. Did they remember the victim at least?
They did. Their memories of the deceased weren't sent to the cloud, I don't believe. Yet, no body remained.
If someone took it, surely they would have been noticed.
With your permission, I shall return to the government sector for now. Please take care.
This is terrible. Why would they make the soldiers do this?
If preservation is behind the attacks, I fear this won't be the end of it.
All the Neo-regulators have been distributed, and potentially 5,000 Endless are about to be born. What does Calyx hope to achieve with these killings? Does he seek to frighten people into registering them? Or perhaps...
Oh, thank the 12 you answered. Shale told me what happened. Is everything all right? I see. 'Tis a relief to hear that Erenville is safe. Alas, I do not have good news to share in return. A driver lost control of his vehicle when its interface became unresponsive, and it crashed into the Nexus arcade, injuring several people. Kryl and I are helping to render aid, but with the sentries behaving strangely, we can't afford to lower our guard. Remain vigilant, my friend.
I just received word from the backroom. A hover cargo on TrueView threw off its driver, and it's rampaging through the area as we speak.
Alphino had a similarly troubling report for me. Apparently, a riderless machine in the government sector came to life near a crowd clamoring for Neo-regulators. It proceeded to mow down several citizens, causing serious injuries. This is a tragedy. We must go and help the people.
Sphene, wait! I'm coming with you!
Alphino is with Y'shtola, and he said they'll be all right. I'll go and see if other incidents have occurred elsewhere. From here, I'll head towards the quarry by way of the Drift Downs.
Certainly a lot of hover cargoes coming and going in those parts. I'll join you.
I shall remain here and speak further with the locals. I have company now, so you needn't worry about me.
Then let's return to Solution 9. If we hurry, we can catch up to Lamachi and Sphene.
Sphene's gone on ahead. I leave her with you.
Oh, that. Well, at least he has experience in the Arcadion.
Bloody things have gone mad.
Why is this happening?
Surely there's a finite number of these things.
Everyone, please try to remain calm and make your way to resolution. This is just like before, when Zerelja unleashed the soldiers on us. I don't have any souls left. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Are you all...
No! No! Why did you do that? Why? You can't just leave me alone like this! If we had been endless then, you'd still be here. You'd still be with me. But now...
You alright?
So many hurt. So many dead. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
I think the 12 you are all unharmed. To small solace amidst this tragedy, however. The machine rampage seems to have been only temporary. Soldiers and vehicles alike ceased to operate all at once, as if they had fulfilled their purpose. It's the same outside Everkeep, though members of Oblivion are keeping watch for good measure. The first attacks came shortly after the announcement that neo-regulators had run out. It can't have been a coincidence. I struggle to imagine anyone but Calyx could gain control of the soldiers. This must have served his ends in some way. Gululja, are you still without your authority? It's fine now. I'm in control again. But how do we know? We might take the opportunity to shut down the machines. There's no guarantee this won't happen again. Lamachi just talked with Everkeep's administrators about that. They said it wasn't so simple. The mechanical soldiers don't only serve as guards, they also perform various vital tasks like providing medical treatment and managing food production. If we shut them down, we'd struggle to render aid to the citizens, let alone restore their lives to normal. I made it so they can't use weapons anymore, though. Hopefully that makes it a little safer. That seems to be the best approach for now. Thank you for your swift action, Gululja. This powerlessness, I can abide it no longer. No matter how much hardship and loss we could endure, if there was but happiness at the end. Yet all I see now is suffering and misery. And I cannot bear it. I want to protect the people for their happiness. I would do anything and everything. So please, please lend me your aid. Oh, Sphene, you found the words I wished you said back then. Our strength is yours, Sphene. Together we'll get through this. Let us split up and get to work. Might I trouble you to report to Shale, my friend? Sure. Couriers and cleaners are clearing away the wrecks of vehicles and soldiers. It's the first step to getting things back to normal. It pains me that my people were made to suffer even more after so much hardship and tragedy, but you and yours saved many lives. I cannot thank you enough. Malachite and his fellows are tending to the deceased. His trauma must make the work difficult, but he's determined to do what he can. It's been a trying day, but it seems the worst is behind us. What's the situation out there now? You moved quickly to restore things to normal. Thank you. Yet while disarming the soldiers is indeed prudent, it is far from comprehensive. It is a far from comprehensive measure when vehicles can be commandeered to inflict damage and sow chaos. For the time being, I'll set people to keeping a close watch on machines. I also have a mind to consult the authorities about enlisting hunters to our aid. I must regain my proficiency in magic. To that end, I shall seek advice from Ishtala and Alize. Among the books we recovered from the castle was a grimoire I once used. I hope to learn to wield it again at everyone's side. As for the key, I think it best that it remains in your care, though it means you will bear the greatest risk. It's been in my... And which key are we talking about? Okay, the crystal thing in the chalice has not been invoked at all in this patch, and yet everyone's. The only crystal that's been invoked is Azim's crystal, which I've used for over an expansion. According to this patch, that's the key that that means I bear the greatest risk. I wish they could get that straight, because I am so confused, and not in a good way. In order to ease your burden, I shall endeavor to become a capable warrior and make Otis and Zelenia proud.
By illness weakened, by wounds unmade, by age decayed. Such fragile flesh is worthless to us. How mankind should evolve, shall evolve. I have already arrived at the answer.
Definitely getting L vibes.
Is come to pose a new question.
Reprieve from death, but at what cost? For endless life, a legion lost. Okay, so that's patch 7.2 MSQ, but I am just perplexed and not in a good way. I couldn't fight them, I couldn't even get my authority back when it was stolen. So what good am I? I need to find a way to be more useful. For the time being, the plan is to send out rotating patrols while I attempt to determine exactly what happened to the King of Resolve's authority. While a more comprehensive solution would be preferable, it is difficult to commit to anything without anything knowing Calyx might have already accounted for the possibility. We've no choice but to be ready to respond in multiple ways at a moment's notice. Raha, that is... Hang on. Okay. There is a pause there. That otherwise felt like a run-on sentence. Raha and there should be an apostrophe here. Raha is a shortening. And Alphino patrol the city while Estrella and Alice continue treating Levin sickness and those injured in the attack. I shall stay here to help coordinate efforts, though I suggest taking the opportunity to get some rest. Okay, Ghassan is helping us coordinate efforts with the administration here in Alexandria. We have to work hand in hand to ensure that the people can get back to their normal lives. I worry about Golulja, though. I know he's still frustrated that he couldn't do anything to stop the machines. If only there was a way to take his mind off things. I will dedicate myself first to healing magic so that I can help treat people's wounds. It will be a time-consuming process to reacquire my abilities, but a necessary one that I dare not rush. Even though there's no telling when Calyx will make his next move. Part of me wonders where to find Alice and Ishtola. We set up patrols outside, so I came back here to see how things are. Unfortunately, although we've stopped the rampaging hover cargoes, now we have to deal with delays in electro transport and slowdowns in production. The complications will likely continue for some time. Okay, so with that, I think for right now, this MSQ segment is certainly over, and so this patch, this stream is basically done for now. As for when I'll be able to stream next, I don't know. I know I have to do the next wing of the Arcadion raid, and I still have to do the Alliance raid from patch 7.1. But my schedule is still so up in the air, so I guess I'll get to that when I get a chance. Until then, I thank you for watching if you're still here. Thank you very much. I'd thank you very much if you would please follow me on Twitch, give a like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, and I shall see you anon, friends.